All right, so this is my review of The Giver by Lois Lowry, and another book I highly recommend. It is, I don't know if you can hear in the background, my kids are having a good time playing in the living room, wrestling or something. So mainly you can hear Giovanni screeching in a playful way, if you're wondering what that noise is. So The Giver, I would recommend it for definitely no younger than 5th grade, because it's a pretty intense subject matter about dystopian society, and I'll go into that in a little bit. The reading level, it's usually usually it's 6th grade level book, but it's one of those ones that actually, even up into the teenage years, you'll find kids reading it and enjoying it. It's morally, it is a very, I would say for the most part, a morally sound book with some, there is a moment of, where, if I remember right, this is the book where the main character, Jonas, is having a dream, and in his dream he starts to have this hints of adult feelings. So you want to watch out for that. If you aren't ready for your kids to approach that, then then you might want to wait on this one. But as far as the other morals, it's actually got a great moral story about the value of life and to be fearful of utopian promises about society, which leads me to, this is the genre of the book is you'd call it a dystopian novel. And dystopian means it comes from the word utopia, which actually was made by St. Thomas More. He wrote a book called Utopia about this fictional island where everything is perfect, and it's mainly meant to be kind of a critique of early Renaissance government and thought, but it has since come to mean a perfect place, and we're all, the search for trying to make a utopia where, all the laws are just right and everything's happy, everybody's happy and everything's wonderful because you just got the laws just right, which would be a utopia. And of course, since that's absolutely impossible, usually always when people try to make a utopia, they make a dystopia, which means not perfect. And so there are some dystopian novels out there. Some of your more adult ones would be 1984 and Fahrenheit 451. So this is a great introduction to the dystopian novel genre. Situationally, you will find some intense things. There is a really intense part that I won't go into. That's a big surprise. But so if your kid is easily upset at characters dying or things like that, then you probably don't want your kid reading this yet, if they're not old enough. Give them a few years. So, but other than that, The Giver is a great book for a mature 5th grader, maybe a high schooler, junior high kid would almost certainly be old enough. But it's one of those ones where I would recommend to parents you read it first and see what you think. But there it is. That's The Giver by Lois Lowry. Enjoy.